Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Melly here, back again with another video. Goal of today's video is to find out, is Modern Warfare 4 gonna be a good Call of Duty or not? So we're gonna react to the gameplay that's out there right now from the recent Fanatics Fest, where they invited a bunch of creators out, guys like Stracts, Tim the Tapman, Swag. We're gonna tune into a little bit of their gameplay, break some stuff down, and we're gonna look at it from a sniping, trick-shotting perspective, because you know that's what we do on this channel. So let's lock in and get right into it. Before we dive right into the gameplay, I wanted to explain something. So Kill Block is a new game mode, where if you remember Gunfight from MW19, it's basically 10v10 gunfight, but the twist is that Kill Block itself is a map. The map has over 500 combinations of different bits and pieces of maps from previous Call of Duty and new environments. So for example, just a few maps that we know for a fact have been confirmed to be remastered inside of Kill Block are maps like Vacant Ambush, Crash, Gun Runner, High Rise, Shoot House, and many more. So for example, every single time you load up into a match of Kill Block, it's going to be a different experience. There's going to be 3 different pieces of different maps from previous Call of Duties and new. They're going to basically be merged in a random order, so the map is going to have a different layout every single time. Even if you know those specific layouts because you played those maps 1,000 times, they're going to be mix matched in different orders. So the left side of the map might be High Rise this game, then the next round you play, High Rise might be on the right side of the map. So every time when you first load in, there's going to be this level of unpredictability that's never been done before, except for when you first play a new Call of Duty for the first time. And it's effectively 10v10 search and destroy, one life, no respawn mode. Everyone's on an equal playing field for one of the first times ever in Call of Duty, because not only do you have to use whatever you're given, but you have to adapt to the map every single time. First off, we're going to take a look at this edit that Kaiser did. Kaiser did scopes montages that blew up all over Twitter during Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, and they actually commissioned him to do an edit for Call of Duty along with a few other VFX guys. We're going to check that out right now. So I have seen this once before on Twitter, but I kind of want to just break it down, and it kind of gives us a vibe of like what, you know, type of edits and montages we could see on MW4. Okay, so that's just kind of showing you right there like how many different combinations that, because I'm sure they're not going to have all 500 in the game. Like, I mean, they said that in the previous little snippet we were looking at earlier where they say 500 combinations, and there might be, but I know that in the From the Ward series, the little docu-series they were doing, those guys were talking about, you know, it having like 800 combinations. Maybe they couldn't fit 800, but they did 500 was what they could ship the game with. That looks sick, I can't lie. So they actually had like a line at Fanatics Fest where any normal person could just walk up there and play the game. Okay, so the shotguns are broken, but see, as you can tell, like right away, like the whole vibe of this is definitely like MW19. To me, right off the rip, it looks like if MW19 and MW22 had a baby, but it definitely feels more like MW19. And I think a lot of people are kind of stuck in this mindset of, oh, I'm hating on it because it's next gen COD, or it's the same COD. But bro, it's like, it's Modern Warfare 4. It's gonna be the same as Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. And I personally loved MW19. I had a core friend group. We would all play search and destroy together, go for trick shots, go for sniping clips, play gunfight. Trick shot and gunfight is really fun. And if it's anything like MW19, I personally think it's gonna be good for trick shots. I mean, look at that fucking, that Magnum goes crazy. This revolver goes insane. And I mean, the time to kill, as you can see, is pretty fast. It's definitely MW19 coded. But like that, I know these are probably like scripted clips, but I mean, that's going pretty hard. You could definitely hit some like crazy shit. Okay, so this is the sniper. That was sick. Okay. So I think this is, yeah, Signal 50 from Modern Warfare 2. The Signal 50, I've actually hit a couple 6 shots with the Signal 50 on MW22 and MW3, and it's predominantly a one-shot sniper in those games with the right attachments, and this is probably going to be the same deal. I don't know if this is like the flagship sniper for the game, or if it's going to be, you know, maybe we'll get a Rytech like there was in MW19, or, you know, the AX50. The AX50 looked so good for trick shotting, but the ADS speed was always a problem in MW19. For the bigger sniper rifles. So hopefully the ADS speed is a little bit faster, which right here, I mean, it's going to be doable for the sniping guys, right? Me, myself, I'm not much of a, let me go hit sniping clips. I'm more of a trick shotter, as you guys know. So as long as that thing can fucking shoot people through walls in one bullet, I'll be happy with it. I mean, right there, he no-scoped that guy. And did he have a laser on that or no? Let me see. Okay, he didn't have a laser on it, obviously, because there's no attachments in gunfight most of the time. At least as far as I can remember, it's like a random mix of attachments or no attachments. Okay, so this is kind of showing right here where I think he, with the stun right here, I know there's a new mechanic where you can actually hold the stun in your hand and kind of turn it back and forth to either throw it overhanded or underhanded, and that's going to be like a really cool combo people can go for in their trick shots. And I mean, the application of that, if you actually remember how to use, because whenever there's new mechanics added to Call of Duty, it feels like in the first few months you're getting used to it and you don't even remember that you could like actually put that into action and execute that in a manner that's going to help you in game. I don't know if people are actually going to do that or not, or they're just going to fucking throw it like they always do. Black and white looks pretty sick. So these are the pipes. I definitely think that you could ladder stall these. Like, I know in the next gen CODs, ladder stalls are kind of a moot point because half the time you mantle out of it and you can't spin at the same time. For my trick shot guys, I do feel like we're going to be able to do something with the pipe. And you can mantle straight to the window. That's pretty cool. Wait, is that another sniper or is that just a sight? Okay, so, okay, that's just an AR with a weird sight on it, I think. And, like, all it gives very, like, body cam vibes. If you guys know that game, Body Cam, like, this whole helmet cam thing, you know, it reminds me of that. And it looks, I know it's, like, realistic type vibe or whatever, but I think it looks really cool. That transition was sick. Okay, so this sniper looks fucking dope. Hold on. The KG-7 Vulcan. Okay. So this is probably going to be like the big hitter if I had to guess, because I mean the Signal 50 will probably be like the Barrett 50 cal equivalent versus this is kind of like the AX50 equivalent. It's giving me those vibes. I wonder if this is the default scope. It probably is. But like the movement and everything seems really fluid and it doesn't seem too fast, like compared to, you know, maybe if it feels very similar to MW19. Like MW19 was fast, but it wasn't as fast as like BO7, BO6 movement where you can't even fucking react. That was sick too. So he's got like a little, thermal sight on that, or no, it's a holographic. Yeah, so you can definitely get some feeds. I did notice that the feed is locked to 4, which obviously we've complained about in the community in the past, and I'm sure they're gonna fix that at some point or have some kind of setting you can change where it's rolling. Okay, that was pretty sick. Shout out to these guys who worked on that because that was fucking tight. But I could definitely see where we're gonna be able to make. There's going to be some cool montages on this game. The problem with next gen COD from a trick shotter's perspective, right, is that you have to have 6 people. It's like back in the day, you have to get in a 6-man. You have to jump through all these hoops to be able to hit a clip. And if the game is not popping and people aren't enjoying it, then the trick shotting community that is so niche is not going to go and play it, right? Especially with the BO2 ports out. I'm having so much fun on BO2. I'm loving it. But at the same time, you know, I do enjoy playing a new Call of Duty every year. Even if it doesn't last more than a few months, the hype of it all, it feels fresh and different. Even though it's the same game every time, it is, you know, a different experience because you're playing different maps, using different weapons. And I can definitely see where you're going to be able to trick shot on this game. Now, trick shotting on kill block would be really cool if there are some high spots in the map at different points. I mean, right here, this is at minimum a 1080 spot, if not like a 1440 maybe with some NSL. But like you can play kill block in 3v3, and that's like old gunfight. You know, most of the time it was 2v2, but there was 3v3 gunfight, and you could definitely get up here and get lucky and hit a gunfight clip. I just want to know, is kill block going to be in other game modes, the map itself, or is it only going to be locked to gunfight because of the way they've designed all the map rotations? Because if you could play this in normal search and destroy, that'd be fun, because every time you get on, it's like you got your class and you don't know if you're gonna be able to go for a trick shot or not. But like that's a pretty decently high spot right there. You could definitely hit something. It's probably similar to the size of a little bit bigger than Shoot House, the whole map, from what it looks like. In Modern Warfare 4, they've removed bloom. So this is showing some MW2 gameplay. I think this is in DMZ of like what bloom, how all the bullets are going in different ways, right? This is a big deal. Now what they're doing is they're pivoting from bloom and they're taking it out of the game completely to be more like a Counter-Strike equivalent. So when you are not ADS, like see bloom, when you're on ADS, it just goes everywhere. When you're not ADS, it's gonna go where your crosshair is. So you see this guy's hip firing and just hitting that motherfucker. You know, look at the clip, some of the clip capabilities with that is gonna be insane between the revolver and also being able to trick shot. I mean, it might make it insane for trick shotting and feel like, you know, how BO2 or MW2 was, where most of the time if you have steady aim or the right perk, your no scope goes in a pretty straight line. I mean, that's why we've been able to hit so many clips over the years on games like Black Ops 2 and MW2, because the no scope isn't just fucking crazy random like some of those games like AW, BO3, for example, where the bloom was turned up to fucking 10,000 and you could just hit some guy that's not even in your crosshair. So right here is a really cool mechanic I wanted to show. So right there, he actually is switching from one weapon to the other. Now, I know they had this, I believe, in MW3 or MW2, but with all the new mantle movement mechanics where you're like seamlessly jumping over cars and mantling over things, you can definitely, there's going to be some nerds out there that are cooking up some crazy stuff. This looks like another sniper. This does not look like the same sniper of the two snipers we were just looking at, the Signal 50 and I believe it was the Vulcan. This looks more like a Kar 98K equivalent, or like a Mosi Naga or something from World of War, like that type of vibe. What has he got in his hand right here? Did he just throw a fucking throwing knife out of his gun? Okay. Oh yeah, that's the Apex attachments. So I heard about this. So the Apex attachments basically change the way the gun is played. Like it's like a weapon kit, but that can basically completely change the gun, and they're gonna drop those like super frequently, and I think you can unlock them in different ways. Now UI, I'm not a fan of how they make all the UIs grayed out and fucking white text, and it's like hard to read and hard to see. Hopefully they've made it in a step in the right direction, because I know that there's like a traditional like create a class on the left hand side of the screen kind of vibe. Whoa, okay, so that looked like a fucking tracking missile out of his gun. Did you see this shit? He shot and then like pointed at the guy and it went to him. That you could cook something up with that. So these are all, yeah, I think those are like different Apex attachments and things. That looks like a fucking PPSH. That's sick. PPSH with a noob tube. We're cooked. Okay, so I think overall, right, we're in a place now with this where I think the game is going to be fun because it looks like MW19. Regardless, if you enjoyed that game, you're going to enjoy this game. If you didn't enjoy that game and you didn't enjoy MW2 at all or MW3 at all, then you're not going to fucking like this shit, dude. Like it's the fourth sequel or third sequel in the installments of the next gen Modern Warfare. It's not going to be like the old, golden era of COD. Hopefully they take some notes from taking out SBMM with Black Ops 7 like they did in the beta and things like that, and they move forward with it in that direction, because I think SBMM is the #1 thing that kills COD. But what I've noticed is that players are just better now. When you get on Black Ops 2 port, those motherfuckers are going crazy. They're acting like they're in real World War II. That Black Ops 2 used to be so easy back in the day because everyone was a casual 9 times out of 10. If you were decent at the game, you were shitting on everybody. Now everybody's decent at the game because they've been playing these sweaty next gen games for years. So they can pick up an old COD even if they've never played it and be really good at it, because it's not that difficult once you wrap your brain around it. All right, let's take a look at a little bit of Stracts gameplay. Make sure you guys go drop a sub to him. So this was at the Fanatics event. This looks like it might be a marksman rifle with like a sniper type of scope on it. Okay, so he one shot to the head right there. So you can, I remember getting marksman rifles in gunfight and enjoying that because you just tag him with the pistol, go for a shot. We used to hit pistol shots with the revolver and the deagle. I know the deagle's in this game too. He's kind of going off with that thing. But also free for all in these games is really fun. because there's so many different guns to get to last with and enjoy the game. And since it's all new, it's an enjoyable experience even if you're not getting trick shot tries, you know. Okay, so right now this guy's doing a little behind the scenes assassination right behind the dude. And then, so this guy's on really low sense, but you see, like, just the fact that he did a spin right there lets me know, like, I saw how the gun was swaying when he spins, right? And it looks exactly the same as MW19. So we're definitely going to be able to trick shot. I don't know how I feel about the victory screen kind of popping up right there. Maybe it'll look different in Search and Destroy at the end of the round, because I think that was the game-winning round when he kills this guy. I know this is a different type of video for my channel. I really hope you guys did enjoy me breaking this down. I urge you guys to go check out some of the raw gameplay out there. One thing I did want to point out before we go is that right here it says training facility reconfiguring. Okay, so in between rounds it looks like it's switching the map, not just the game but the rounds. Maybe it's every game, maybe it's every round, I'm not sure, but this is showing you like a preview of 1 2 3 what the map is going to be laid out like from left to right. And I think that that's really fucking cool, because I mean, every time you play, it's a different experience. I think it is every round, because that was mid game. So I mean, that's fucking sick. That makes it like even another level of unpredictability. I mean, if we can play this in normal multiplayer, I think it'll be a really refreshing experience. I'm just hoping that the Search and Destroy maps have some high spots. The guns look like they one shot. Looks like you can go for some clean, different cancels, and probably do all the same mechanic glitches you could do in the previous last couple CODs with the fake knacks and things like that. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel right now. I'm trying to stay as active as I can, and now I'm going live Monday through Friday for at least 2 hours at a time, playing Black Ops 2, trick shotting, going for shots. This has been Melly, and I'm out. Peace.